When anger rises, think of the consequences. Knowing others is intelligence. Knowing yourself is true wisdom. He who controls others may be powerful, but he who has mastered himself is mightier still. Do not impose on others what you yourself do not desire. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. The greatest conqueror is he who overcomes his own desires. When you are content to be simply yourself and don't compare or compete, everyone will respect you. The wise man is one who, knowing the limits of his own wisdom, refuses to exceed them. Happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. Respond intelligently, even to unintelligent treatment. To see what is right and not do it is the want of courage. Silence is a source of great strength. The superior man is modest in his speech, but exceeds in his actions. Flow with whatever may happen and let your mind be free. Simplicity, patience, compassion. These three are your greatest treasures. Life is a series of natural and spontaneous changes. Don't resist them. That only creates sorrow. Study the past if you would define the future. In dwelling, live close to the ground. In thinking, keep to the simple. The more you know, the less you understand. Real knowledge is to know the extent of one's ignorance. Do not be concerned with others not appreciating you. Be concerned with your not appreciating them. The softest things in the world overcome the hardest things in the world. He who speaks without modesty will find it difficult to make his words good. Great acts are made up of small deeds. The journey is the reward. Care about what other people think, and you will always be their prisoner. A man who has committed a mistake and doesn't correct it is committing another mistake. Mastering others is strength. Mastering yourself is true power. Patience is the greatest of virtues. The wise man puts himself last and finds himself first. Better a diamond with a flaw than a pebble without. Knowing that you do not know is the best. The man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones. Health is the greatest possession. Contentment is the greatest treasure. Do not dwell in the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment. The superior man is distressed by his lack of ability, not by others' failure to recognize it. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. What the superior man seeks is in himself. What the small man seeks is in others. An ant on the move does more than a dozing ox. Virtue is not left to stand alone. He who practices it will have neighbors. A wise man adapts himself to circumstances as water shapes itself to the vessel that contains it. He who knows himself is enlightened. Before you embark on a journey of revenge, dig 2 graves. To attain knowledge, add things every day. To attain wisdom, remove things every day. The superior man understands what is right. The inferior man understands what will sell. He who knows does not speak. He who speaks does not know. Ignorance is the night of the mind, but a night without moon and star. Do not be afraid of growing slowly. Be afraid only of standing still. The mind is everything, what you think you become. Govern a great nation as you would cook a small fish. Do not overdo it. It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. The wise man avoids all extremes. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. The strength of a nation derives from the integrity of the home. Be like water making its way through cracks. Music produces a kind of pleasure which human nature cannot do without. Let your plans be dark and impenetrable as night, and when you move, fall like a thunderbolt. To know the road ahead, ask those coming back. He who asks is a fool for 5 minutes, but he who does not ask remains a fool forever. Rivers and seas are rulers of streams because they are below them. Be not afraid of life. Believe that life is worth living, and your belief will help create the fact. The sage does not hoard. The more he helps others, the more he benefits himself. Choose a job you love and you will never have to work a day in your life. One who is too insistent on his own views finds few to agree with him. The superior man acts before he speaks, and afterwards speaks according to his action. To love someone deeply gives you strength. Being loved by someone deeply gives you courage. Respect yourself, and others will respect you. Without music, life is a mistake. Goodness is the root of all that is valuable in life. I hear and I forget. I see and I remember. I do and I understand. Be content with what you have. Rejoice in the way things are. Education breeds confidence. Confidence breeds hope. Hope breeds peace. A wise man learns more from a foolish question than a fool learns from a wise answer. The superior man seeks harmony, but not conformity. The small man thinks of small gains. The great man considers the greater good. True wisdom lies in knowing when to act and when to be still. The hardest thing in the world is to simplify your own life. Those who blame others have not learned. Those who blame themselves are halfway there. Happiness depends on alignment with the natural order of the universe. Wisdom begins when you accept things as they are, not as you wish them to be. Good people strengthen themselves ceaselessly. Peace is not found in escape, but in acceptance. A clear mind leads to clear actions. Words are like the wind. Actions are the soil from which respect grows. To understand others, you must first understand yourself. Great teachers inspire with silence and lead by example. The roots of wisdom are deep, but they are nourished by reflection. The superior man cultivates himself so that he may give to others. True virtue is invisible. It is known by its fruits. A calm mind sees opportunity in chaos. The sage knows that change is the only constant. Kindness is the language the blind can see and the deaf can hear. Even a small star shines in the darkest night. Time spent sharpening your axe is not time wasted. A river runs smoothly because it follows the path of least resistance. He who is too busy to reflect is like a man rowing a boat with no destination. To lead others, you must first lead yourself. True strength lies in gentleness and understanding. Knowledge can be given, but wisdom must be earned. Harmony is not achieved through force, but through balance. Patience is not the absence of action, but the timing of it. A wise man welcomes both praise and criticism. Humble beginnings often lead to the greatest journeys. The heart that gives is never empty. Success comes not from luck, but from preparation meeting opportunity. Do not waste energy resisting the inevitable. Learn to adapt. True greatness is measured by how you treat the least among you. A pebble can start a ripple that becomes a wave. When the heart is at peace, the world becomes clear. The wise man lets go of what he cannot control. Seek understanding, not approval. The mind is like water. When calm, it reflects the beauty of life. Words can heal or harm. Use them wisely. He who knows enough is rich. In teaching others, we teach ourselves. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. Greatness comes from serving others, not commanding them. A quiet mind is a powerful ally. The wise man builds bridges, not walls. You cannot fill a cup that is already full. The path to enlightenment is often the simplest one. Do not fear failure. Fear not trying. The strongest tree bends in the wind but does not break. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the mastery of it. A good question is better than 1,000 answers. The sage finds joy in the little things. Those who walk with the wise will grow wise themselves. A smile is the shortest path to the heart. The value of a man is not in his possessions, but in his character. A wise man knows the limits of his strength and the boundlessness of his spirit. True freedom comes from within, not without. A still pond reflects the sky, but a turbulent one distorts it. The essence of wisdom is to see the hidden unity in apparent opposites. To be unshaken by praise or blame is the mark of a superior man. A house divided cannot stand. Unity begins in the heart. The smallest step in the right direction can be the biggest step of your life. True peace is not found in the absence of chaos, but in the presence of serenity. Seek not perfection, but excellence. When you lose, don't lose the lesson. The measure of a man is how he treats those who can do nothing for him. Strength grows in moments of silence and reflection. The wise man knows when to speak and when to remain silent. Compassion is the bridge between humanity and divinity. The tallest mountain begins as a pile of stones. What you do not water will not grow. The fire of ambition must be tempered by the waters of humility. He who is content has everything he needs. The best way to defeat an enemy is to make him your friend. The sage works in harmony with nature, not against it. What you seek is often found where you least expect it.